Good morning and welcome to another episode of Kevin's Heaven, doing this every Sunday morning to try to help us get through this crisis. Hard to feel a lot of heaven today. It's been a really difficult week here in New York. Deaths have been mounting up. They say that the peak is going to be coming this week, which also is Holy Week. I'm doing my best to try to find some meaning and symbolism in that. But in any case, the song I'll be doing in a few minutes is It Is Well With My Soul. And so that got me thinking a lot about our soul, and are we taking care of our souls these days? Like I said, it's personally been a hard week for me, and it started with what seemed like last Sunday night, kind of a trivial thing, not trivial, but in retrospect, started with a Facebook argument with a longtime friend of mine since childhood who was calling this current illness the Chinese virus, and I took issue with that. And he said, well, we've always named our illnesses based on where the disease started. And I tried to explain to him that, number one, maybe we shouldn't be doing that anymore. And in the days after that, I saw many writers that were agreeing with me. But the second and simpler issue was, if it's harming people, if people are offended, if hate crimes are happening because we're calling it that, then don't do it. Then don't do it. As Walt Whitman said, re-examine all that you have been told and dismiss that which insults your soul. So how is your soul doing this week? Later in the week, I was bombarded by emails from folks encouraging me to be productive while selling their services, of course, with bold pronouncements like, don't waste this time. As if I wasn't feeling bad enough already about all of this, I'm now being told I'm wasting my time if I'm not productive, doing some tangible thing. The 17th century philosopher Pascal said, all men's miseries derive from not being able to sit in a quiet room alone. I thought of Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison, nurturing his soul all the while. And Anne Frank, whose 7-member family hid in a 450 square foot apartment for over 2 years. We are asked to stay home for some weeks, maybe a couple of months. I'm in the middle of third week here. Must we do something? It might be a good time to go deeper inside ourselves. Reflect on the kind of life we want to have when things get back to normal. But what is normal? And do we want to go back to the normal that we had just a month ago? Remember that story in Ecclesiastes where the writer says that he took on great works. He built great houses, he planted vineyards. Later, when he reviewed his handiwork, he said, I saw everything as emptiness and chasing the wind, of no profit under the sun. How is your soul this week? On Friday, I was in the middle of a work day. Thankfully, I still have work from home. And suddenly it hit me without warning. One of those big, ugly cries. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. I was thinking of the stories that I'd heard from our healthcare workers. I was listening to the sirens in the background 24/7, knowing that another soul was having trouble breathing. I was angry over the politics of all this. I was overwhelmed with grief for the ill and the dying, the makeshift morgues and tent hospitals that are popping up all over the city. We could all be just days or weeks from ending up there ourselves. And so I had a big, ugly cry. As it also says in Ecclesiastes, there is a time to grieve. For some, it will take a couple of weeks, others months, some maybe years. But as a wise psychologist once told me, grief is never wasted. It's Holy Week on the Christian calendar. Spring will also be coming full bloom. All rebirth begins with death and grieving. It's the cycle of life. We're just getting a big dose of grief this year. So how is your soul doing this week? It's time to till the garden of our souls. As we go into song, hear these words from 2 Timothy 2:7. For God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and of love and of self-control. Or in the words of Nelson Mandela, I am the captain of my soul. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. We can do this. Give me a second here. I'll set up the song. If you've brought it up, the lyrics yourself, I think I'm doing verses 1, 2, and 4. When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrow like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well in my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. Though evil shall buffet, though trials should come, let this blessed assurance control, that Christ hath regarded my helpless estate, and hath shed his own blood for my soul. It is well with my soul, with my soul. It is well with my soul. And Lord, haste the day when the faith has sight, the clouds be rolled back like a scroll, the trumpet shall sound, and the Lord shall descend, and so it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well. It is well with my soul. With my soul. It is well. It is well with my soul. God is our refuge and our strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though the waters roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with swelling thereof. There is a river whose streams gladden the city of God. God is in that city. She will not be overthrown, and he will help her at the break of day. God be with you this holy week. Peace. Peace to you, and may God be with us during this time. Thank you.